Kano State Government has recovered over 27 million naira from 1,247 ghost workers, including retirees and deceased individuals, uncovered during the March 2025 payroll audit. Musa Tanko, Director of Public Enlightenment at the Office of the Secretary of the State Government, said the individuals implicated in the fraud would face legal consequences. According to Tanko, the discrepancies were detected during the validation exercise carried out by the Pay Parade Committee established by the government. The government remains steadfast in its resolve to cleanse the payroll system of irregularities and ensure that those responsible are held accountable, he stated. He further revealed that the committee is set to begin full operations soon, engaging all relevant stakeholders to conduct a comprehensive review of the entire payroll system. Tanko also confirmed that an in-depth investigation will be launched to determine the full scale of the fraud and identify all those involved. He added that the recovered funds had already been transferred and returned to the local government treasury. This issue of ghost worker situation it's not the first time we've actually, gotten stories like this. But I want to get your thoughts on this, please, Barrister Manki.
Well, I think this is just local government. And that is very unfortunate. So if there is local government, which is supposed to be the top tier, as it were, because you have federal, state, and local. Then what will be at the state level? And you know that the civil service, the structure of the civil service, is the foundation upon which any government rolls. You know, the massive level of corruption. That's why I always tell people that what Nigeria needs is just good leadership. Because the moment you have straightforward persons in charge of things, those who are following, once they know that you are honest, you are straightforward, when we're talking about cost of governance, because the cost of governance is too much. Part of it flow from this point. You see a situation wherein people die, they cover up. Ghost workers, they cover up. There are people who are covering this thing. Now, I will want the government, if it is serious, to go after those who are responsible, because there are people who are supposed to be in charge of verification. Those that ought to know, they should answer. If they do not know, you will realize that in most cases, they share this money with certain individuals. Those who are in charge, particularly those in charge of the payroll, they know majority of these people. And so they share the money. Even we hear of things like this about coppers. Coppers who are deployed to go and teach, they will go there and go into some very funny arrangement wherein part of their money will be transferred to an account and they will sign for them that they are on their duty post while they are not. And one thing I want people to understand is that for those who do not know...
Well, what do you think is the reason that always causes situations like this, the issue of the coppers and these ghost workers?
Two-way things. For me, that's actually what I wanted to talk about here. I call it poverty of the mind. Do you understand it? Poverty of the mind, that's a higher pedestrian discussion. It takes you to be on the... It's just like some time ago when I was telling you about our brothers and sisters who have deviated from their role and have converted themselves into government-approved armed robbers on the road. Go and ask any policeman on the road who is collecting money under gunpoint. That money cannot enrich him.
Collect money under gunpoint?
Yes.
Has a policeman collected money from you under gunpoint?
Oh, you don't move on the road?
Under gunpoint?
Yes.
Forcefully?
Forcefully.
Well, I think situations are saying is when you have to tip most of them.
Tip what?
Tip the policemen.
Oh, it's been long you traveled.
But I've not seen a situation where you have to pay them money under gunpoint.
You know what I mean?
I've seen situation of police brutality. I'm not going to go divert.
Okay.
Drilling away from that aspect.
Okay.
Where most individuals are assaulted publicly.
Yes.
And some of them make videos of those scenarios.
Yes.
But collecting money from individuals under gunpoint, I have not seen that situation.
Okay. It will be a different kettle of fish. I know your mind may be moving in a different direction as if they bring out the gun and say, give me the money,
what do you
or I
mean
shoot
when
you.
Someone collects money from someone under gunpoint, please?
When somebody that is armed, do you understand?
Okay.
And is making demand on you to bring the money. If you fail, it packs you. Do you understand? It is that force, that threat, that is making him. And in some cases, if you dare move, they can bring down your tire. And when you consider the overall cost.
And then you're not going to say that the government is aware of this instance or approves such situations to occur, because you use that statement of government approved amendments. They were not approved by the government. You've seen situations where most of them have been demoted, dismissed, or probably deployed to another state or another base because of such, situations or such character of personality. That doesn't mean that they are actually approved by the government.
Sometimes
I know, yes.
We discussed this very issue in the West.
Yes.
Wherein the DPO was deployed
for that instance.
By the Commissioner of Police.
You saw the move that was...
Yes.
And
we asked ourselves, where are they
move.
sending him to? Instead of bringing him down and bringing him to book. And possibly dismiss him if they successfully prosecute him.
That's the question.
Do you understand it?
But the thing now is, I think maybe I would just having a conflict of certain words in that instance. Yes, and then maybe you just have to be, diplomatic in your use of words.
Okay. Now get it right. For those, let me not deviate. Now focusing on the future, on the issue we are discussing. I said there are two ways to it. For me now, talking to you, I know the consequences of getting money that I don't work for. Do you understand it? For those who have that understanding of the consequences of getting money that you don't work for, they will not try it. Like this. I can't be working for the government, right? And then I don't go to work and I'll be earning money. It doesn't end you well. Then on the other hand, you now go into connivance. You are indirectly running down the system. You now tell the people collect part of this money. Then they will cover you. See, there is nothing that is hidden under the sun. Ultimately, it will be exposed. And it's not good for the, I will say, for the smooth running of the government. Because that fund is supposed to be channeled to other activities. Do you understand it? Okay. For development. Then you are starving. This is what we call cost of governance. When you talk about salary, let's say you are telling us that the salary you pay per month is 10 billion, right? While in the real sense of it, by proper calculation, the money that is supposed to go for salary is about 5 billion. So 5 billion, where is it going? It's unaccounted for. These are the kind of things that happen. You talk about ghost workers and the rest of them. But this is the irony. Where we are now, I keep telling people, that's why when you hear people talking and glorifying criminality under the guise of that they are going to win an election, then you ask them, how are you going to win an election? You realize that they are not interested in the credibility of the election. With the way the world has moved, we saw it during the cash crisis in this country. I repeat it, by BVN, all your accounts are structured. Do you understand? They are linked. So that if they set a command that all you are entitled to today is 10,000 naira, even though you carry 5 cards, right? As per withdrawal from ATM, the moment you withdraw, you can withdraw to 9,000. The moment you want to take something beyond 10,000, the system will tell you that you have exceeded your daily balance.
What do you think has to be done? Because this, like I stated from the beginning, this is not the first time such situation has occurred, in different states.
Yes.
What do you think has to be done in order to reduce this issue of ghost workers in the country?
I like the word. I like the word you use there. You use the word reduce because you can eliminate crime.
True.
Do you understand it?
Okay.
No matter how intelligent, you can talk about minimization. Even in some cases wherein people use ticket to open gate, you see people line on one another. And the machine cannot detect that you are two. And they will cross. But you are talking about when people realize that this is the new method people are using, they will now adopt another method to check that. Now, like where I was going, we do not need rocket science. With the way science have gone, that's why I was giving this example of BVN and how that thing is able to track. In this country, we can run electronic voting. In this case, we can see this system of the world are moved to the point the system has captured the date we will retire, and it has calculated how much is going to be our emolument, that's payoff. Do you understand? Everything is set so that when you at a point, if government now give an offer to say those who want to voluntarily retire, but I want to mop up some money, you will see people who will come up that they want to voluntarily retire, and they will just give them their check and they will move on. Because with the way things are going now, in the light of current realities, one person who is literate computer wise can handle the job that even 10 person can do.
Okay, and that's
so all that we need to do, digitalize this system, right? Capture their images and make sure that things are moving on smoothly. The moment you do this, like nobody have 2 fingerprints. Nobody. That's why when I hear that people use scanner share to thumbprint, they are joking. Because all these things are just man-made. We are not yet serious about the pursuit of crime. Check it out. When a big shot child is caught in the network of like these kidnappers, the first time about it, when this Facebook was coming up newly, there was a daughter of a major general retired that she was running a boutique, whether in Nasarawa or so, and some boy deceived her to come to Lagos. And when she got to Lagos, they told her that they are into boutique, whatever. I would say this to you straight. When this thing, they killed the girl finally, they traced and caught the person that bought her iPhone in Port Harcourt. That's why it is risky.
In that instance, you're saying that in order to reduce this issue of ghost workers in most states nationwide,
just digitalize the system. That's it.
Thank you.
And then you have people, credible persons, in charge of manning of this thing,
on overseeing the affairs of such situations.
It's going to reduce, like I like that phrase, it's going to reduce to the barest minimum, and there will be enough money that government can channel to other sources.
All right.
To make life easy.